Oh, I really do love that intro tune. It's such a banger. Hello, good morning. I'm Spike, and welcome to another self-taught Japanese in Rosetta Stone 3. So today's the day. It's end of unit review for lesson 2 for this section here. So core lesson 2. Even though this is unit 4, as you've probably noticed by now, I see each of these sections, the green section, the yellow section, the 2 red sections, the burgundy, and then the bright red, as units themselves with these each square being a module. That might not be entirely accurate, but it's just the way that I've processed it and have labelled it and so on and so forth. So this section here, we are reviewing this entire section, this entire chunk. So it's all the yellow blocks and all the green blocks. So it's lesson 2 plus the lesson 1 material. It's roughly about 5 minutes. Hopefully, it won't be too convoluted with regards to how it's laid out, the sentence structure that it's going to chuck at me, because I know that some of these unit reviews, particularly some of the later ones like year 2, year 3, and year 4, it tends to really change it up compared to the Unit 1 review. Unit 1 review tends to just look back at a selection of what you've done in the first unit, whereas the second, third, and fourth tends to be like a real-world practical, and a couple of them have been really, really difficult. The videos are out there. Please check out my channel to go find them. They are, some of them, there was one that it took me a good fair few tries round to try and get through, to be able to speak through it and to get the answers right, to be able to move on, which obviously for someone like me, when you're trying to get 100% before moving on, as a rule, it makes that repetition just a little frustrating, even though afterwards it was definitely fulfilling. It's definitely rewarding, and it certainly helped in retaining those parts of information, those sections of information, that otherwise I probably wouldn't have been able to stick at. So there is that. So first things first, I am not fully prepared, but I am now, just in case, as usual. I'm going to have my hiragana alphabetized alphabet and the katakana that I've got on the back. The usual number sheet with tenses, of course, and then obviously the whole notepad. But then obviously my numbers, the it's delicious, it's bad, it's good, and it smells phrases, the seasonal stuff here, and of course the examples here, and then the yori and hodo for the positive and negative changes in a sentence. So hopefully between these resources and what I've learnt so far in this section 2 stuff, this review should be relatively okay. But we'll see. So without further ado, let's crack on with it. Let's see what I get to contend with. Let's see what I get to engage with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lovely stuff. How many slides do we have? We only got 8 slides. That's not bad.
青いズボンは緑のズボンよりです。
The blue trousers, more, the 安い高い。よりよ高い。I'm gonna安いよ高い。Of course it's 高い。
青いズボンは緑のズボンより高いです。紫の自転車は黄色の自転車よりです。紫の自転車は黄色の自転車より安いです。黒い電話は白い電話よりです。黒い電話は白い電話より高いです。黒いサングラスは赤いサングラスよりです。
Hello?
黒いサングラスは赤いサングラスより安いです。
Oh dear. So we've got one wrong here. That's a little bit.
彼はオレンジが好きではありません。
He doesn't like
彼
music.
はこのコンサートが好きです。
He likes the concert.
彼はオレンジが好きです。
He likes the oranges.
彼はこのコンサート
He doesn't like the concert. Yep. Okay.
誰がゴルフをしていますか？
Uh-huh.
誰がサングラスをか
Ah, yes.
どのサングラスが誰が青い T シャツを着ていますか？
Mm.
どのボールが白どの
There we go. I'm going to power through this first bit just to see what I've got. 'cause I know I've
女
got
の
two wrong.
人はご主人ほど
Ah,
女の
ah.
人はご主人ほどたくさんお金を持っていません。
Nah, okay, I got
男
these
の
wrong.
人は奥さんほどたくさんパンを持っていません。男の人は奥さんよりたくさん
Mhm.
女の
There we go. Sorry, I'm just going to quickly power through these so I can see
男
what
の
I've
子
got.
とお父さんは映画を見ています。
Yeah,
この人たちは演劇を見ている。
yeah,
彼らは
yeah. At least now I know what I'm going to be
私
getting.
はオレンジよりリン
That's the Ringo. Yeah,
私はコーヒーより
yeah,
私はジュースより
yeah,
私は
yeah.
この女の子はサッカーをするのが
Yeah.
この女の子はサッカーをするのが好きではありません。この男の人はサッカーをするのが
Yeah, let's go.
この男の人はサッカーをするのが好き
My
です。
apologies for being
こ
a bit
の
quiet
男
on
の
this.
子
I
は
am, like
テ
I
ニ
say,
ス
I'm
を
just
するの
blasting
が
through these answers with what I'm
この
listening
男
to.
の子は
So that I
テ
can
ニ
see the
スを
slides.
するのが好きで
So I
は
know
あ
what
り
I'm
ま
going
せん。
for.
この女の人はテニスをするのが
Yes.
こ
Yeah.
の女の人はテニスをするのが好きです。
Then give us the last slide. Is that going to be the hardest one?
どちら
Oh,
の
maybe.
動物が大きいですか？こちらの動物が大きいです。
こちらの動物さんが小さいですか？
どちらの動物が小さいですか？こちらの動物が小さいです。どちらの果物が赤いですか？こちらの果物が赤いです。
どちら果物が緑ですか？どの果物が緑ですか？
どの果物が緑ですか？
Mhm. It's
こ
going to be
の
about
果物が
60%,
緑で
I
す。
think. 87 with 4 integrate, that's not too bad. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset that score and start again. So slide 1 in the
青
review.
いズボンは
So I was gonna
緑
spell the
のズボン
prices.
よりです。
So 青いズボンは緑のズボンより高いです。Because the blue trousers, 青いズボン are more than 緑のズボン. So より高いです。Because it's more
青
than.
いズボンは緑のズボンより高いです。紫の自転車は
Purple bike
黄色の自転
It's
車より
less than
です。
the yellow bike. So より安いです。安いです。Because 高い is more than. So 安い is less than.
紫の自転車は黄色の自転車より安いです。黒い電話は白い電話より
is
です。
more 高い than the white phone. 白い電話。
黒い電話は白い電話より高いです。黒いサングラスは赤いサングラスより
the red sunglasses.
です。
So, 黒いサングラスは赤いサングラスより安いです。
黒いサングラスは赤いサングラスより安いです。
Fantastic. Not bad, not bad. I was expecting it to be more conversational in a line type thing like I've had in reviews before. But not so much. However, this is picking a little bit more of a variety of the whole gamut of the previous modules, whereas previous reviews have stuck to only the previous module and not really taken from all of the work in that entire unit. Let's go forward.
彼はこのコンサートが好きです。
He's the man who likes the concert.
彼はこのコンサートが好きではありません。
He doesn't like the concert.
彼はオレンジが好きではありません。
He doesn't like oranges,
彼はオレンジが好きです。
which means he does like oranges. There we go. 彼はオレンジが好きではありません。彼はこのコンサートが好きではありません。彼はこのコンサートが好きです。彼はオレンジが好きです。Talking today is not a
ど
strong
の
point.
T シャツが赤いですか？ 誰が青い T シャツを着ていますか？
The blue
ど
t-shirt.
のサングラスがピンクですか？
Pink sunglasses. Yeah.
誰がサングラスをかけていますか？
He's wearing his sunglasses.
誰がゴルフをしてい
That's about the golf.
どのボールが白い
This means the last one's about the white ball. So, 誰が青い T シャツを着ていますか? Which one is wearing the blue t-shirt? どの T シャツが赤いですか? This t-shirt is red. 誰がゴルフをしていますか? They're playing golf. どのボールが白いですか? This ball is white. 誰がサングラスをかけていますか? He's wearing sunglasses. And どのサングラスがピンクですか? These sunglasses are pink. Or which sunglasses are pink, sorry. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are all questions. A little confused there. Have I got that translation correct? Or I think I've got that entirely fucking wrong. This is where maybe my grammar, although I can speak it and understand the context, maybe it's not translating just correctly to what is actually Muska. No, why are you changing? Oh yeah, who is wearing a blue shirt? Which shirt is red? Who is playing golf? Which ball is yellow? Who is wearing sunglasses and which sunglasses are pink? There we go, that's more like it. So Donna is which, Dolly is who. Cool. Let's move on.
女の人はご主人ほどたくさんお金を持っていません。
Yeah.
女の人はご主人よりたくさんお金を持っています。女の人はご主人よりたくさんお金を持っています。
Yep.
男の人は奥さんほどたくさんパンを持っていません。
Yep.
男の人
There we go. So it's just discovering who has the most bread and who has the most money. 女の人はご主人ほどたくさんの金を持っていません。So, lady has less money than her husband. So she has less money than her husband. 男の人は奥さんよりたくさんパンを持っています。He has more bread than his wife. 女の人はご主人よりたくさんお金を持っています。She has more money than her husband. 男の人は奥さんほどたくさんパンを持っていません。And he doesn't have as much bread, or he doesn't have as much bread as his wife. Let's move on. So
この
five,
人た
halfway.
ちは演劇を見ています。
Oh, that's about going to a play.
男の子とお父さんは映画を見ています。
It's going to the movies, the film.
彼らはラジ
Let's use that one for the radio. So, 男の子とお父さんは映画を見ています. The boy and his dad are watching a movie. 彼らはラジオを聞いています. They are listening to the radio. この人たちは演劇を見ています. They are watching a play. Let's go slide 6.
私はジュースより牛乳の方が好きで
Yes.
私はオレンジよりリンゴの方が
Yes.
私はコーヒーより
Yes.
私はサッカーよりテニスの方が好き
So again, it's a random selection, but we've now got 私はサッカーよりテニスの方が好きです. I like playing football more than tennis. 私はオレンジよりリンゴの方が好きです. I like oranges more, or I like apples more than oranges. 私はコーヒーよりお茶の方が好きです. I like coffee. I like tea more than I like coffee. Or she likes tea more than coffee. And 私はジュースより牛乳の方が好きです. I like milk more than juice. Essentially. Which is why they've got more than the big thing. That's why it's in the front of the picture.
この女の子はサッカーをするのが
好きではありません. Because she doesn't like
この
football.
女の子はサッカー
So she
を
has a
するの
sour
が
face.
好きではありません。この男の人はサッカーをするのが
Wait a minute. Why do I have no... Because it's been taken out. That's no good. What's going on here? My chair's been unplugged. Why's my chair been unplugged? Who the fuck's unplugged my chair? I wonder why it's not working. There we go. That's better. Get me some coloured lights going again. Yeah. He likes football, so 好きです.
この男の人はサッカーをするのが好きです。この
Yeah.
男の子
Who
は
doesn't like
テニ
tennis?
スをするのが
好きではありません.
この男の子はテニスをするのが好きではありません。この女の人はテニスをするのが
好きです. Because she likes it.
この女の人はテニスをするのが好きです。
So the girl doesn't like football. この女の子はサッカーをするのが好きではありません. This man likes football. この男の人はサッカーをするのが好きです. The boy doesn't like tennis. この男の子はテニスをするのが好きではありません. If I can talk properly, I'm tripping over my own tongue, so bad today. And then this lady likes tennis. この女の人はテニスをするのが好きです. Let's go to the last slide of the review.
どちらの
This is
動
asking the
物が
questions.
大きいですか？こちらの動物が大きいです。
どちらの動物が小さいです。
どちらの動物が小さいですか？
It's a question.
こちらの
I forgot this is a
動物
question.
が
I'm an idiot.
小さい
I'll
で
take it
す。
though.
どちらの果物が赤いですか？こちらの果物が
Which one of these
赤い
fruits red?
です。
どの果物が緑ですか？
どの果物が緑ですか？この果物が緑です。
So yeah, which one of these animals is large? Oh, there it is, 100% out of 31. None incorrect now on the second one through. That's pretty good. But yes, どちらの動物が大きいですか? Which one of these is larger? こちらの動物が大きいです。This one's larger. どちらの動物が小さいですか? Which one of these animals is smaller? どちらの動物が小さいです。This one is smaller. どちらの果物が赤いですか? Which one of these fruits is red? And こちらの果物が赤いです。This fruit is red. どの果物が緑ですか? Which fruit is green? この果物が緑です。This fruit is green. There's 100% for the review. A little bit longer than expected because obviously I went through it the first time round. Just to see what I was letting myself in for, hence the rush, so I do apologise, but that was part of today's process. I haven't done that before where I've gone through it just the once to check out what's in the review, but having had previous reviews where, like I say, it's just been slide and then it slides into the next slide with conversational practical through it. I didn't feel like just encountering that and then getting frustrated just for the review. So going through the review first, just to see what we're getting in Unit 4, I think was beneficial. It also allowed me to obviously take stock of what I may struggle on, which were obviously those middle two, and the questions at the end on that last slide. But allowed me to prepare for it. So now, I knew what was going to be coming. It's also clarified a couple of things to me. The difference between Daure and Donna, Dochira, Kochira, etc. So it's just clarified a couple of things for me in that review. On singular words in the grammar of a sentence in Japanese, which is kind of cool, which I'm guessing is its plan for core lesson 3. Speaking of which, that'll be what I'm doing the end of this week, I guess. I mean, we're now on Tuesday. I've got tomorrow, Thursday and Friday. I've still got 3 days. So 1, 2, 3. Could realistically get through to vocabulary, maybe grammar by Friday. But we'll see. We'll see. I might leave the start the core lesson until Monday. Might just keep cracking on until tomorrow. I feel like I've caught up with where I need to be for the week. And obviously my own timetable with regards to where we are at. Although next week on Wednesday it is the start of April. Do you know what? Let's see. Core lesson for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday I'd be in writing, Thursday, Friday, nearly. We will see. We will see what tomorrow brings for core lesson 3. However, that was today's review of the previous unit section, which is this section here, core lesson 2, all the way through to here, which is the review. As you saw, it's taken some bits from here, from the lesson 1 stuff, that gets repeated in the lesson 2 stuff, but it's primarily focused on some of the learnings from core lesson 2, with some of the grammar, some of the phrases, some of the scenarios that it puts in. So that was a pretty cool overview. Quite impressed with that. I'm glad I did the run through to start with, and that I managed to learn a couple of things in the review itself, which is unusual. That I'm definitely going to take forward with me. I still have to go through the notes I made on yesterday's unit, the slides 3/4 of the last slides on speaking 2 and the last 2 slides of speaking 1. And I still need to go through those for my own benefit, just because they were 2 that were really, really sticky, that I struggled with. So that's what I'm going to be doing there off stream, off camera. So yeah, a pretty successful review today. Sorry it's short and sweet, but that's just the nature of how some of these videos do go. Again, it's my casual learning of this language in this program, and so far not doing too bad. Slowly getting there. But yeah, I'm glad that I learned a couple of things today in that review. It means that it doesn't feel like it's just we're just reviewing what you already know just to get to the next bit, the next exercise, the next core lesson, the next slide, etc. So that's quite cool. But yes, it does mean that I'm gonna have a little bit more time for myself today, which is nice. So I'm gonna go find something to do. Right, that's all for today. As always, you can like, follow, share, and subscribe. Please do so. It really does help me and the girl out and keeps us going, keeps us supported, keeps me doing these videos, which I'm in for the love of the game. So very much appreciated for anyone who does come and sit down, tune in, log on, catch me with the notifications, likes, follow, shares, and subscribes. It means a great deal to me. So thank you very much. Much respect to you all. It really does mean the world to have just a few people who find this useful, or at least get some use out of it in some manner, even if it's just background noise to listen to because it's interesting or it's entertainment. You're not watching it to learn. You get the idea. So yeah, I very much appreciate that, and I will keep continuing to go until I run out of material, which in this day and age is probably going to be quite some time off. There's always content to make out there. So yes, like, follow, share, and subscribe the channel, of which you can find me at twitch.tv/xofficina and youtube.com/xofficina. Find me on one, you can find me on the other. Both places linked to each other, as all platforms should, and as all pages should. Failing that, if you want to DM me, the best chance of DMing me is to get at me on my Discord channel. Again, the links are on both pages. That will invite you link to the server. Just check out the TOS quickly, log in, follow those rules, sign in, and you're there. It's all free to come and join me. You can make some suggestions on the Discord. We can play games on the Discord if that interests you. You can stream with me through the Discord if you so wish. So I would highly recommend checking that out. Yeah, so that's going to be it from me today. Can catch me again tomorrow between 9:15 and 1:30. As always, like I say, like, follow, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much for joining on the channel today, and that's going to be it from me. So as always, take care, stay safe, keep sane, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.